Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be showing off Castorice alongside Blade. And before we get into today's video, I would love to know just what character you are the most excited for that is upcoming. And lastly, if you do enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and now let's get straight into it. I've gotten requests to see Blade and Castorice, so today we're going to be showing off Blade. He looks like he genuinely doesn't want to be here, but you know what? It's fine. He can go to sleep or something once we do this showcase here. We're just going to start off with Tribbie's technique as well as Castorice. And of course, if you don't have Tribbie, you can use an alternative support in that slot as well. And what we're going to do here with our dragon, we're just going to use 2 breaths, just deal a little bit of damage right here. And we are going to get hit a bit, but that's perfectly fine. And what we're going to do is use Gallagher's skill. Oh, I meant to give it to Blade, but you know what? Whatever. It ended up going on the dragon instead. It's fine. We're just gonna use Gallagher's ultimate, which will now allow us to use his enhanced basic attack. And we're gonna follow up here with Tribbie's ultimate so that the dragon is going to be able to take advantage of the zone from her ultimate. I don't know why I'm saying the dragon when I've been calling it Netherwing, but regardless, yeah, we're just gonna go until about 10%. And now we're gonna slash. There we go. And it's just because I don't want to deal too much damage too early on. I just want to be able to get a little bit of extra energy here and then also get some stacks going for Blade. Now with Castorice, we can use her enhanced skill, which will be able to give Blade a stack, which is awesome. And now what we could do is follow up here with Blade's ultimate. And pow, there we go. So now Tribbie will come in with her follow-up. Now with Tribbie, we can just use her skill just to get some more energy. Now with Gallagher, I'm just going to follow up here with his skill. And now we can use the full dragon. Should be able to kill them right here. If we don't though, Blade and Castorice will still be able to attack. Boom! Yep, that was enough. Okay, we're going to get hit here, which is perfectly fine. And since Gallagher is about to go, I'm just going to hold off on using Tribbie's ultimate for 1 second here. We're going to follow up with Gallagher's ultimate and then use the enhanced basic attack. And then we can follow up with Tribbie. Since Tribbie does have Dance 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 equipped, I don't want to waste the action advance for Gallagher. So now we could do his enhanced basic attack. And as you guys can see, Gallagher will now be advanced forward as well since we waited a little bit there. We're going to hit them with the Rocket of Doom. Boom. And now Blade's going to come in. Boom once again. Okay, there we go. We're going to summon Netherwing right here. We're also going to follow up with Castorice's skill. Netherwing's going to be able to attack. We'll just go until 10% and slash. And now with Tribbie, we can just use her skill. With Gallagher, I'm just going to basic attack. And now we will get hit a bit here. Perfectly fine though. With Netherwing, we can just attack once again. And then slash. Now with Blade, we are going to be able to use his enhanced basic attack. I am just going to use Tribbie's ultimate here just to deal a little bit more damage. Follow up also with Blade's ultimate. And boom. Now Tribbie comes in once again with her follow-up. All right, I believe this will be enough to kill the little clones right there. Yep, it was. Okay, perfect. The turbulence was able to kill Flame Reaver right there. I thought we were about to have a little bit of slip-ups, but it ended up working out in the end. Now with Gallagher, we could just basic attack. Follow up here with Gallagher's ultimate. Tribbie's going to come in and blow them up. Now Gallagher can use enhanced basic. Now we're going to use the full dragon's breath right here. Just deal a nice amount of damage. And boom! There we go. Alrighty. So we could just use Tribbie's skill, get a bit more energy for her. Now with Blade, he's going to be able to unleash his follow-up. Now with Gallagher, I'm just going to skill for some more energy. And what's great about Castorice and Blade being together on this team is we're not going to really use many skill points at all, which leaves skill points for Gallagher as well as Tribbie to mess around with. Now we're going to skill. All right, now I'm going to use Tribbie's ultimate right here. We should be able to get Netherwing, I believe, out of this. Yeah, okay. This will be enough. We're literally at 99% here with Castorice for her ultimate. Boom. Now we're going to summon Netherwing. And now Tribbie's going to come in. Another boom. All right, we could just deal a nice amount of damage right here. Let's see how much health is left. Okay, they're about to die. Honestly, I think if I just slash right here, it should be enough. Yep, it was enough. With Gallagher, we could just basic attack. With Tribbie, there we go. Boom. And he should be dead, honestly. I think if we just go all out right here, Flame Reaver should be dead. I had a little bit of slip-ups throughout the showcase, but yeah, we were able to get a 2-cycle with that, even with some slip-ups here and there. I wonder if with more optimization, there could potentially be the case for a 1-cycle. I think that'd be really cool, honestly. So maybe, yeah, maybe that could be a possibility. But real quick, I am going to move out of the way just so we can check out the builds for today's video. So let me just move real quick. Alrighty, now I'm out of the way and now we can check out Gallagher. And this build has remained practically the same throughout all of my showcases so far. You definitely can do lower speed on him though if you do have a lower speed Gallagher. And then also for the light cone option, we have Dreams Montage, but you can definitely use alternative light cone options. There are quite a lot of abundance light cones you could definitely take advantage of, so that is something to keep in mind. For the traces, they are maxed out. For the relics, we have Forge, Thief of Shooting Meteor, and then Watchmaker, and for Eidolons, they are maxed out. Now for Castorice, I am actually using a different light cone on her today. We are using But Now Cry Less, which is a 4-star light cone, and we are using this instead of her signature. I just wanted to test it out. So if we take a quick look at Castorice's stats, here they are. And then once again, we're using Sweat Now Cry Less. For the traces, they are maxed out. For the relics, we're using Bone Collection and Poet a Morning Collapse. And for Eidolons, she's completely E0. I have not activated any of these. Now for Blade, here he is. Blade is holding the free-to-play light cone Ninja Record Sound Hunt, which will increase his max HP as well as also increase his crit damage. So very nice free-to-play light cone for him. This is also a very nice free-to-play light cone for Mighty as well. For the traces that are maxed out, for the relics, we're using Bone Collection as well as Longevous Disciple. And for the Eidolons, completely E0. I've not activated any of these. Now for Tribbie, here she is. We can just quickly go through her stats. For the light cone, we are using Dance Dance Dance. This is a very nice 4-star option on her, as now she'll be able to provide Action Advance, as well as of course the other buffs within her kit. And the Action Advance is very useful, as this could allow us to potentially get a lower cycle clear. And it's also worth noting that Tribbie can definitely get her ultimate at a pretty fast rate depending on what type of team you're using, just because of the fact that after allies attack enemies, Tribbie will regenerate 1.5 energy for each target hit. So she will be able to get quite a lot of energy from just allies being able to attack enemies frequently. So as a result, she can nicely take advantage of this light cone right here. But of course, if you don't want to use this light cone, there are alternative options you can consider as well. For the traces, they're maxed out. For the relics, we're using Bone Collection, Poet of Morning Collapse. Same build basically as Castorice. Both of them share a lot of substats that they do appreciate, as well as main stats. When it comes to HP, the crit rate and crit damage. In the case of Tribbie, the crit rate and crit damage is just nice, as she can be a little bit offensive on the team as well. And in the case of Castorice, of course, she takes advantage of HP, crit rate, crit damage, as those are the primary stats she wants to take advantage of. Now for Tribbie's Eidolons, completely E0, have not activated any of these, as you guys can see. And when it comes to this team overall, you can use a different support in spot of Tribbie if you do not have her. A budget-friendly support would be Pela, and if you do have other supportive options that do provide some pretty nice buffs for Blade as well as Castorice, that'd be pretty good as well. In the case of Blade and Castorice's synergy though, I did show off Mighty very recently alongside Castorice, and essentially the synergy is pretty similar in how they can benefit each other. In the case of Blade, he'll be able to benefit from Castorice being able to drain the team's HP with her enhanced skill, which will now give him a stack so that he can use his follow-up attacks a bit more frequently. And because Blade has HP manipulation within his kit, when it comes to, for example, his ultimate, he's going to be able to set his current HP to 50% of his max HP. This can now result in Castorice getting more New Bud, which allows her to summon her dragon Netherwing. So this is very handy, as he'll be able to just have a nice amount of HP manipulation, which benefits Castorice in the case of being able to get more new buff. And then of course, in the case of Castorice, as I've mentioned, she can benefit Blade with her enhanced skill, as she will be able to drain the HP of the entire team. The reason why Gallagher is so good beside Castorice is due to the fact that he'll be able to inflict Besotted on all enemies, which will now allow the characters on your team to recover HP whenever they attack that enemy inflicted with Besotted. So he just has a very nice synergy with her because of that. This allows you to get a lot of new bud. So Gallagher is a really nice option. I've seen a lot say, okay, what about Luocha? You can 100% use Luocha as well. He's a very nice sustain, as when Luocha has his healing field active, this now allows you to restore quite a lot of HP as well. If we take a quick look, I believe it should be in his talent. He'll be able to summon a zone, and then when any enemy in the zone is attacked by an ally, the attacking ally's HP will immediately be restored by an amount equal to Luocha's attack, and this zone will last for 2 turns. In the case of Luocha, his healing zone is very, very beneficial for being able to get more new bud for Castorice, being able to keep the team very healthy. So Luocha is a good option to swap out in the case of Gallagher if you do want to potentially use Luocha, as I have been getting quite a lot of questions regarding that. But overall, very fun synergy. I had a lot of fun playing these characters, and I did want to show off Castorice without her signature Lycone. With Blade, I wanted to go a free-to-play Lycone route. And then with Tribbie, we also have a 4-star Lycone. So everyone has a 4-star Lycone equipped. And if you guys have any recommendations for me to try out next, do let me know in the comments down below. I do want to work on a Castorice and Ruan Mei showcase, so do expect that one. But anything aside from that, do let me know and I can try my best to do it for you all. And I will also be releasing a Castorice review very soon for you all, so do stay tuned for that video as well. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.